Hello, Penny here. Today on my garden podcast. Ready? Oh, you little bugger. It's never done that. It always starts first time. Do you know what this is? This is because we've had a lawn guy coming in. The lawn mowing man. And he's got a really pricey mower. I don't think it's got any petrol in it. Ah. Let's get that in there. I'm not going to put loads in because we're about to enter a season of no mowing. There's loads of petrol in there. Right, I'm a bit worried about this. So my little lovely Mountfield mower has been idling in the shed. I don't mean idling as in running like an engine. I mean, it's been sat idle for ages because we treated ourselves to a guy who'd come and mow the lawn every 3 weeks for us because it was, as you might know, it's a massive garden, massive lawn. And he's just a lot better at it than we are. Oh yeah. Now, I know you didn't tune in to hear someone mowing their lawn, because that would be a different podcast altogether, wouldn't it? What I have started to do is mow the Corona Wildflower Meadow of Hope back, because it's the end of the season and it's all going to seed. Now, normally I'd have the back off the mower and I'd let the seeds of the cuttings fall back into the ground to support next year's growth, and they need a really good cold winter in the ground. So stick your wildflower meadow seeds in the ground now. They need to be cold, and then hopefully they'll spring forth in the spring. What's happened this year has been disappointing. Last year, it's the first year of the meadow. And you might remember from series 1, there was a Wildflower Meadow of Hope podcast in which I referred to myself as the Timote girl, skipping through in slow motion through a wildflower meadow, which is what my friend had hoped for me. It didn't really turn into that, but it was good enough though. We had poppies, daisies, cow parsley, I don't know, there was loads, like 15 varieties of wildflower, all doing their thing at different times of the summer and into the autumn. This year, however, it's been a completely different story. Having had really high hopes for it, it has absolutely transpired into nothing other than a lot of grass. So I've kept the back on the mower. I'm catching all the cuttings. So I don't really want the grass that's gone to seed, perpetuating. So it raises a question really as to what to do with it. And fingers crossed and into a third year would be a really good idea, and I'm going to put some wildflower seeds into it now and see if anything happens, if anything transpires next year, hopefully. And it's been a funny old summer, it really has. It's been a funny year weather-wise, so things haven't grown. Poppies, I have not seen anywhere. And they are easy come friends, aren't they? They are just turn up, they look fab. They're not exactly asking for a lot, and they've not been present at all. Even in patches where normally I see them, like on the side of the road, and in neighbours' gardens and that sort of thing, nothing. Similarly, traditionally good flowering plants like hydrangea, on all of the hydrangeas in my garden, I have not had one flower this year, which I find really odd. And so things have done well, things have done badly. We're still getting roses. The cosmos is still here. It's mid-October. Lovely. But really, isn't it time to get cold and die back now? So I don't know. I think there's just a bit of confusion going on with the plants and everything due to the climate. The weather that we had in June was particularly cold. August was a bit crap. And then we get really warm autumn. So anyway, I'm sure this is nothing particularly new to experienced gardeners, but this little strip of wildflower meadow, which is more like a cricket pitch sort of length. I don't mean the pitch as in the whole thing out to the boundary. I mean just like the wickety bit. Should have been beautiful. But it wasn't. It was just a bit green and dull and nothing. So anyway, I'm gonna mow it all back, start again, see what happens. Whatever it is, it's a surmountable problem. We'll just throw some more seeds in, or turn it over to a cut flower meadow, perhaps a cut flower garden. I really fancy that. I bought some lilies for myself from the supermarket. I know I probably sound like a heretic, sort of uneco-friendly, but I don't buy myself flowers very often, and I really fancied a nice smell of lilies in the house, and they smell gorgeous. But that's not to say that we couldn't grow our own next year and have a really nice supply of lovely flowers. So we'll see what we decide, see where the wind takes us, because the wind isn't really taking the seeds anywhere in this garden. Right then, going to get back to mowing back this grassy patch and tidying up a bit more around the garden as we close off the season. It's getting a bit darker now. And then hope for next year, of course, always hopeful for next year. Maybe those poppies and cornflower and beautiful daisies will all come back next year.